welcome, welcome. And I thank those soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. Welcome to another EBX discussion. And I always got to get it. I honor thy ancestors, honor thy family, honor thy brother, honor thy sister. And may my dad rest in peace and in power, as well as anyone else in my family that have passed. May they rest in peace and in power. And my mom still alive and vibrant. I got to do this, ladies and gentlemen, to keep our loved one's spirit strong, no matter what. And I always got to give honor to all of our families. May all our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And I thank those. And we're going to talk about power thoughts. You have powerful thoughts at night, and it will bring you wonderful positivity in the morning. It will bring you positive thoughts in the morning when we have those power thoughts at night. And I mean those real deep to the bottom of the ocean power thoughts. And I've come to learn when we do this, it makes for a better day every day that we wake up. And we really do have to pay attention to our thoughts and weed out those negative ones. They do make a difference, especially as we get wiser, get up in age, and like a lot of us brothers and sisters, we're on this righteous path trying to be as right as we can possibly be. So every little thing that we teach ourselves, everything that we learn, every little aspect of life that brings us greatness and awareness, education, and keeps that pineal gland open is always a good way to go. Because when you're right within, everything will always work out. And like the good old Lauryn Hill, one of my favorite black female artists, she said, if you can't win if you're not right within. So, and those that have been through the woulda, coulda, shouldas, as I always say, we know what that's like. So that's why we have to take the initiative and do different things. And even when things we don't overstand, we check into it. We try to find out answers. We come up with solutions. And, deeply meditating helps with this. Learning, paying attention, of course. Focusing is always a factor. And just be looking to learn new things and keep those power thoughts, especially at night. Especially if, because we always have challenges. My brothers, my sisters, soldiers, and soldierettes, salute. Everyone has a challenge at one time or another. But if we pay attention to those challenges and analyze them and break them down and start having power thoughts on purpose, I mean good, strong power thoughts, where you won't tolerate any negativity as much as we possibly can. But the more we do it, the more results we'll see, and the more solutions that we'll come up with. Because something that I've said many times before now, always play out scenarios. Always have good within your heart. And be as true as we can possibly be. Always look to have good intentions within. And those and anything you come in contact on the outside, they will feel your love and they will know your good intentions. Even through the mix of our mistakes and some of the things, mistakes we might make, because we still have that human side. But that's why you hear a lot of us say, study as much as we can on the regular. That's the only true way to connect to oneself and to be able to connect to our loved ones and those that we are in contact with, and anything that we come in contact with. When we keep those power thoughts, especially at night before we go to sleep, it will make for a positive morning. I guarantee it. Just give it a try. But we have to take the initiative and do this. And once we see it, once we do it once or twice or three times is a charm. You'll keep wanting to do it. And once you do it, my brothers, my sisters, or do this powerful thinking, especially every night before you go to bed, and you will see the results. And you will feel a sense of empowerment, and that's a beautiful thing. But like I said, it takes enthusiasm, it takes initiative. You have to have some get up and go, some motivation. And I don't care if you have to listen to someone, look up things, research, whatever you have to do to keep that powerful part of our brain stimulated. And I like to, it's good to seek and look up things, because you can look up one word and go into that definition, as I've said before, and you will see other words in there. And that's the beautiful thing about learning. You can be going to seek one thing and it'll lead you to another thing. And that's how that higher power works. He takes you to one level just to get you to another level, to keep you going. It's because there's no limit to righteousness. You can never have too much righteousness. So, and that will like I said, what will help fuel this and keep that flame burning and keep it going is having those power thoughts at night before we go to sleep. And I guarantee you that way you can pay attention to your, and that's another thing, pay attention to your dreams. I always say Google your dreams, because you can almost see, that's the thing. You have to be willing to go deep into the unknown. That's the only way you're gonna get on a different ground, so to speak, or a different adventure. Something as far as our mental. Stop thinking the old traditional ways and take our minds to heights that we can take. It's a lot of places that we can take our mind that can control our body. But it all starts with that mind. And I'm telling you, power thoughts at night, powerful, strong, positive thoughts of greatness, love, just good things. And we anticipate the negative things too, but I'm gonna talk about that. But we weed out those negative things by those power thoughts every night before you go to sleep. I guarantee this works. Have a powerful, positive thought every night, and it'll always make for a great, positive morning. And you'll keep wanting to do this, and you wake up with a smile on your face every morning. And we have to replace non-productive thoughts with positive thoughts. Like, if you one of those that don't even say you're not a morning person, don't even say you don't want to get up in the morning, don't even think it. This is what you do. You replace, this is the phrase, I'm just going to say the phrase. Replace, one hates get up in the morning. Replace that with, one is grateful for a new day. And, write down great thoughts. Keep a journal. That's a good thing too, because words are powerful. Keep a journal. Write down great thoughts. Pinpoint negative thoughts. Single them out and get rid of them as much as we can, period. So that's why I said I was going to go into the negative. You pinpoint those negative thoughts. Remember what I said. See why you're getting the negative thoughts, where they're coming from, and pinpoint it and see what it is. You even ask yourself questions. It ain't talking to yourself. This is how you keep your psyche balanced. This is how you keep your foundation strong, by going deep, not being afraid of being extraordinary, of really going deep within and really see what make us tick. Because that's the only way to have that success state of mind, is to study our mind. And again, we can't teach others what we don't learn ourselves, because I've said this before, we can't begin to influence minds if we don't know our own. That's why we have to always study our mind on the daily. And why is this, ladies and gentlemen? Why do you hear a lot of teachers say study that inner? Because we have this human side, unfortunately. And the flesh wants what it wants. But the flesh can't do nothing without the brain's permission. So that's why you hear a lot of us teachers, brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes, salute, talk about that psyche. Because that's where it all begins, in the brain. Because once you got those power thoughts circulating in that brain, and you got nothing but powerful positivity just flowing through your body, things on the outside will see it radiate off of you. But this takes work, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't want to act like I'm the know-all or see-all or I'm this perfect person. Trust me, I have challenges too. We all do. But I take my challenges and I turn them into power thoughts. I turn them into positivity, because with every negative, there's always positives. There's more positivity. It just depends on the individual and how deep you're willing to go to learn ourselves. So once we learn ourselves, nothing can stop us. And then we'll be able to learn things that we come in contact with, family, friends, brothers and sisters, people we have to see on the job. We try to help people as much as we can, any way we can. Again, like I say, a lot of us that have been on this walk, we'll come into a lot of situations where some individuals won't understand why we do what we do. But like I've said once before, if we got that good within, if we're righteous to the pit of our soul, those before us, they will overstand, and we will be with one another, and everything will always work out for the best when you got that right within. I just don't know no other way to put it. No matter what those think on the outside, if you got good within your heart, everything will always be in alignment. Because you can be so lost in positivity, you don't even see negativity. And you just want the best for oneself and everyone else. And, try to help those as best as we possibly can. But those have to want and be willing to help themselves. And this is one way we can do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's having those power thoughts. It's the best way to intercept the negative ones. Because what is something I always say, ladies and gentlemen? Those with a high vibration and that are really, really hungry for righteousness, we get our best downloads in the morning from that greater creator, Mother Nature, and the universe. It's the best time. That's why, and I think and that's the time when we are the most freshest, in the morning. So appreciate those mornings that you wake up, especially if you're able to have a little solitude and it's a little quiet. Appreciate those times. Think about those that have helped you along the way, whether it's family, within the family, or outside the family. Grateful thoughts keeps the stress level low. And don't even use the word stress. Don't even put it in your vocabulary. And if you want, I got a podcast on that, the 7 symptoms of stress. Notice you never hear me say that word unless it comes up, unless it's a subject or I'm using it as an example. But the best way to keep stress levels down or no stress at all is always have power thoughts right before you go to sleep, even if you have to write them down. And that will do what, ladies and gentlemen? Make for a positive, great morning. Do this on a daily, and I'm telling you, it will work. It will work. But we have to put in the work. And that higher power will always be with us. A lot of us have had that higher power in our lives, and we didn't even know that the higher power is in our lives. Just we're so busy being righteous. When you're not looking for validation and you're not looking to be a superstar or to be the big successful person, and you just doing yourself and you just doing right, and you want to see right in others, and you just flow and you just moving with the universe. You just doing what makes you happy, and you just trying to live and trying your best to see those around you live. When you keep things like this in your heart, these are power thoughts. Thoughts like this always make for a great positive morning. And when you do this every morning, and because when you stay intact with yourself, ladies and gentlemen, when you really, real talk, all bull crap aside, when you really, really do pay attention to your soul, your thoughts, and what you do, and on a day-to-day basis, it really does help you to cope with your day, get through your day, and you will start being able to detect things before they even happen. You just off of like at the job, when you see somebody come in, you'll be able to read an individual's energy before they even begin to speak. Things like this. You be able to do things like this if we pay attention to ourselves. And like I always say, a lot of us have this. Our greater, higher power has given all of us this great, wonderful power. We just got to tap into it. We all have it. Even those that think they don't. That's just because they're not taking the time to study themselves so they can become aware of those great magical things that a lot of us have in us, especially as melanated people. We are the original magnifiers of heroism. We have those natural abilities, jumping, and we can throw far, and we're strong, we can run fast. We have all those abilities. But we also have great abilities in our mind, not just physically. And that's where the best gift is, in our mind, when we're able to take it to great places and go to places that we never thought we could take our minds to. And it's a beautiful thing once we buckle down and have those power thoughts and really take it serious. And I mean powerful, positive thoughts, the unstoppable thoughts. And you keep them coming in randomly. Not even just before you go to sleep. Have them throughout your day. Have thoughts. I always say autopilot. My body might be there, but my mind might be somewhere else. My mind, the wheels is always turning in an individual that's got a high vibration. We can't help it. Once it's embedded in us, that's all we know. The truth and knowing oneself is all one knows. And seeing the best in others. Now, I do a lot of solitude, and I might be a little standoffish. One has to be honest with oneself. And it's something I'm working on, because I do a lot of isolation. But I just want those to know, my family and individuals that care about me. I do care, and I do love my family and those outside of my family. It's just a weird time that we're living in, and I'm just trying to stay powerful, and so I can be a soldier for my family, my brothers and sisters, my children, because in order to help lift those and to lend a hand to those, we have to have ourselves strong in order to keep those around us strong. So that's why I do a lot of solitude and do a lot of thinking, because I always want to be able to help anyone I can by any means necessary, whether speaking, music, positive word, anything that comes from a great place. And how do we get this, ladies and gentlemen? By keeping those powerful power thoughts all throughout the day, and especially right before we go to sleep. Have power thoughts. It will make for a blissful, great, positive morning. I guarantee it. Try this. I guarantee it. And you will see it. Like I say, the more you do it, the more results you'll see, the more empowered you will become. But like I said, we got to do things like this on purpose. Write it down. Write down our positive thoughts and write down the negative thoughts too, and pinpoint them so you can keep from getting them. Because again, like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, those little small things that fester in our body can grow and get bigger. So never stop learning ourselves, and we'll be able to teach others, and we all can be powerful. Because I'll say one more time, when we got right within, things will always and forever work out for the best. And the spirit that we're putting out right now will live on. For my kings and queens, my family, my brothers and sisters out there, my soldiers and soldierettes, salute. I give honor to my family, my children, my children's mothers. And to all brothers and sisters that's reaching and teaching out there, salute. May we all have peace. And may y'all have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now. One.